Okay, well, I guess we got sound. I don't know, so much trouble with this damn sound working. Uh, anyway, what we're going to do here, what we have here, is another another rock show, but this one's for a gentleman named Richard that cranks out arrowheads. I don't know, like we breathe. I mean, unbelievable in numbers. This man is capable of doing it. He does more in a month than probably some tribes do in a year. And beautiful work, beautiful work. But he said he's looking for some material. Now I'm going to send this. Besides the material I'm going to show you, I'm going to send this to a couple friends in Texas. And not that they owe me a favor, but it wouldn't hurt. Uh, to go out and look for some flint. Ask you when you go out and look for arrowheads and fossils and stuff for me. See if there's any, if you know anybody that knows if there's any flint out there, because both Harley and Richard are apparently very fond of working flint, and it works pretty good. Now, what I'm going to show you now is just some rocks that I have sitting around. Now, um, both Harley and Richard have talked about the agate. Now this one I'm pretty sure is probably too small, but this is a beautiful piece. I mean deep, deep green agate, but I'm afraid it's not big enough for anything. But but boy, I picked this up myself on the coastline of Oregon when I was going to college out in Oregon. Oh, look, there's a face in it. I can't give that away. No, but it's it cleaves. You can see it cleaves just like obsidian. Of course, I might be some. These guys might consider me a fool for saying that, but it looks like it. But anyway, I think it's probably not not big enough. Uh, but if it is, they're either one's welcome to cook it up and make something because this is a beautiful, beautiful. And that you'd say is black, but I think that's a really deep, deep green. Okay, so that's my first hunk. Then I think I'm not sure, but I think I showed this one and the Harley one. But could you imagine what a beautiful, beautiful arrowhead you could make out of that? Just it'd be just spectacular, just spectacular. Maybe these guys are so good, maybe more than one. Here's a piece deep. These anyway. These I'm showing you now are all Brazilian, but what beautiful stuff here. And I don't know if those concentric circles mean that this is unworkable once it's cooked or not, but it's plenty thick enough, uh, you know, Brazilian. Got this back in the early 90s. Now here's half of of a set of bookends, and they're from Brazil too. But look at the spectacular veins, or whatever you want to call them, almost like growth rings in this stuff. And this is heavy. This got to be 4 or 5 pounds or more by itself. But this is one half of it, and here's the other half. Now I'll show you what might be a problem for you, because you guys know this, I don't. Now, whether that's the only layer of this crystal in there or not, I don't know. I don't know if these other things, they don't appear to be similar to that, so I don't know that could be easily worked around. But I'd be so happy if each of you took one of these and each of you made something out of it. But there should be enough there for more, for easily for way more than one piece, especially the beautiful stuff that Richard makes. Now Harley, he gets taken away sometimes, and he makes some big stuff. I mean, really big stuff. He just finished a hatchet, and he was working on a really big piece of obsidian. Now this crap is, I don't know if it's marble, but it sort of has a crystalline structure. I give it a little whack, and you can see the way it flaked. Now maybe you can't because of the light. Let me see if I can. if I can get a better look at that for you. But I got hundreds of pounds of this shit. Hundreds of pounds of this shit. Now, there you can see it up close. You can see how it's all crystal straight through. Now, this is much, much softer than quartz, but it seems to have the same crystalline structure. And I just give it a whack on the edge to see how it cleaved. And this is the piece. These are the two pieces that flew off. And this little piece down here too. So I just give it a shot on the edge. So now this stuff I'm saying hundreds, 100 of these rocks probably, and hundreds of pounds of this shit. Here's another piece of it here. Maybe, I don't know if it's marble or what. Somebody had a planter in a house. When they bought the house, they really didn't like it, the planter, and they knocked it apart and they were going to throw these rocks out. And I said, oh, hell no. You can always do something with rocks. But this might show you how this stuff, in here, how it is and all, that this might decide to be workable or not. I wish it was, because you guys would have a lot of work to do. Uh, Now the other thing is, as I was telling a note to Harley, and this will be for Richard, if I can, if I can get in touch, well, I can get in touch with them. If they know, uh, I got a couple of friends that have been trading me silver for fossils in Texas, and if they know where they can find any of this, or any of the other guys that trade me silver for fossils or petrified wood, uh, I would be happy to trade for some flint. Now I have some big pieces of quartz, somewhere in the damn yard, and my yard looks like my desk. Uh, and, so I'm not sure uh, where I put the damn things, but every once in a while I'll find a huge piece of quartz and I'll just pick it up and put it in the back of the truck and take it home and then put it somewhere. Well, I don't know where I put it. Anyway, uh, and I know quartz is hard to work with, because I can tell from the quartz, from those maybe 20 quartz arrowheads over I have over here in the jungle. Oh, there's my right there, the unknown of the unknown, still unknown. And I want to say, everybody, yesterday I got back in the silver market. I bought a 100-ounce Johnson Matheson bar from Apmex, and I got in, about 50 cents, I guess, from the bottom. And since then, it's been doing pretty good. It was up, last I looked, it was up 64 cents. Now, this is something that you silver people should note, and that is that there's been a decoupling, finally, of silver and the market. That these are the first 2 days that the market has gone down and silver has gone up. So now it's not a matter of demand. It may be the matter that the rumor was that a guy had to sell 30,000 contracts on a margin call, which is, I don't know, what's that? Each contract is 5,000 ounces, so that's 6 million or 60 million ounces. Yeah, 60 million ounces. So that's a lot to be dropped in a matter of a couple hours. He got the margin call and he had to sell his contracts. Oh, I feel so bad for him. But that's what knocked it down, and it seems to be recouping since then. So. This is for Richard, and I'll also send a copy to Harley, and I'll send a copy to those uh, friends of mine in Texas and see what they can come up with. And I want to thank you for your time, Richard, and tell you that I mean, just some magnificent work. I'd give people your site, but I don't have it right in front of me. It's Richard, but then there's a whole mess of numbers after it, so I'll have to put it the title of this so everybody can go and see the terrific work you do. So thanks for your time, everybody.